Oh my god. On the 343rd day of the year, 343 day, they finally released the Halo Infinite release date. Our first look at Halo Infinite multiplayer, first look at the sniper rifle and the rocket launcher, updated armor coatings which look fantastic, and honestly the general reception from the majority of the community, because I've been watching social media all of today, is really positive. The game itself looks beautiful. Everything that they've shown today looks absolutely phenomenal. I'll slowly scroll through all the screenshots and all of the new information they've given us on screen now. But the one big thing from this updated blog post they gave us that really stood out to me personally as a Halo fan was Joe Staten saying that in his first week of the job, he played Halo Infinite, he played through it twice, the entire campaign, and it reminded him of the original vision they had for Halo in 2001 with all the wildlife, the open wide expanses, and as someone who absolutely adores Combat Evolved, that was absolutely music to my ears. Another really important section of this blog post was the art section, and it really spoke about, I guess, Halo's identity, how Halo is supposed to look, how we define how, I guess, the aesthetic of Halo looks. This is something that I feel like Halo 5 and Halo 4 both missed. The original trilogy is how I define how a Halo game should look, and Halo Infinite looks like a modernized version of that, which is absolutely fantastic. On screen now are the sniper rifle and the rocket launcher. Both look like the classic versions that you've recognized in other Halo titles, yet updated for Halo Infinite. I think they look great. 343 also spoke about taking our advice from the July demo. They said they added hair to the brutes, they made them look, I guess, better in every single way. But still, to keep in mind, it was work in progress. There are a lot of things that hadn't been fleshed out with that particular build. But that our concerns are duly noted, our feedback has been received, and they'll do everything in their power to make the game look as good as it possibly can be for when it releases in 2021. So speaking of the game coming out in 2021, can we expect a beta? Can we expect a pre-release like we did with MCC going to PC? And the answer to that is yes. They're planning to do a beta just like they did, a flight test to be precise. So hopefully that happens a couple months before the game actually comes out. So 1, we can give feedback and they can make changes. 2, so I can actually make content to get to the 9 months, because I want to do daily uploads heading into Halo Infinite. And 3, so 343 can squash any big bugs that may arise in the pre-release flight test. I wouldn't be surprised if they maybe flighted a certain build to us and then it progressively got more and more updated as more features got added, or they test different features of the game. One might be campaign, one might be multiplayer, one might be a certain aspect of the open world campaign. Either way, if you haven't signed up to be an Halo Insider yet, go do it, because the list they use for MCC, I'm almost positive it's going to be the same list as people who are going to get invited for Halo Infinite, so go and do it. Next up for Halo Infinite, they spoke about, I guess, the qualities or the characteristics of how they want someone to enjoy the game moving forward. And to basically sum it up, they don't want it to be a huge grind, I guess, like the way the MCC ranking system is, or the Halo 5 Max 152 grind is. They've actually upped the reward for if you get rank 152 on Halo 5, so if you haven't gotten there yet and you're kind of close, get rank 152, because the 2 armor coatings they showed off look they look beautiful. I'm going to use them, they look sick. But to further elaborate about the armor coatings, 343 go on to say that the coating system allows them to define color, wear and tear, patterns, material on a region by region basis, which means basically armor, weapons, vehicles, or even the environmental elements on maps like a fuel canister or a fuel barrel or a fusion coil. The really one big thing I took away from this was that they actually said from a graphics and toll on the game standpoint, it takes up a lot less memory to do these coatings as opposed to a full individual armor piece. It also gives them a lot more freedom to update things without pushing out a big update. So I guess they're trying to streamline things without having to try to do big updates like, say, MCC does. The only time you get a fix to a game if there's a huge bug is if they actually do a content drop and then they update the bugs that way. They also said they took our feedback on board in regards to default colors on launch for, I guess, the armor coating system. They said they've looked at how many coatings are in the starting set and how many and of what quality, and then I guess how many you're going to unlock via, say, ranking up or other systems. So hopefully there's a big variety on launch. Again, we can't really comment on that until we see it for ourselves. The next part of the blog is very exciting because they go on to talk about the Reach customization, more like which pieces of armor you can actually customize. So for example, helmet attachment, chest gear, shoulder pads left and right, knee guards, wrist gear, and utility, as well as visor color. These will all be back and we will go further. Personally, I've always loved the visors, and we have a surprise to show soon. Now that surprise, we don't know what it is. I saw Hidden Xperia kind of hint that he's thinking it might be playable elites, but we don't know that yet. So I guess we'll see in future if there is playable elites. I would love there to be playable elites, but again, we'll see in the future. Moving on to the Halo Infinite campaign, and I'm going to throw the campaign screenshot that's being given on screen now. But what Joe Staten said that really stuck with me, and I said a little bit about how he finally felt Halo was being imagined the way it initially was concepted back in 2000, was this little quote he said, and I quote, he says, "Do I explore off the Golden Path, assault that banished warbase guarding the Valley Pass, follow a flight of Forerunner Sentinels into that unexpected cavern, rescue a squad of Marines dug in and desperate halfway up that mountain, or do I keep going with the mainline story?" It seems like there's going to be a lot of variety, I guess, with Halo Infinite moving forward, especially in regards to the campaign. Lots of side missions to do. I wonder if there'll be bosses like there is with Destiny 2. It'll be very interesting to see how, I guess, the RPG elements and the side elements fit into the big open world that is going to be Zeta Halo for Halo Infinite. To sum it up, I'm very, very happy with the information that's been given. I'm very happy with the changes they've made, the feedback they've taken on board. The game looks beautiful, and I really think they're moving in the right direction. As a little side note, 343 also reiterated there's no loot boxes, no randomness, or items that will influence the level of gameplay, like, I guess, rec cards from Halo 5. It'll be purely cosmetic stuff that you can buy. So even if there is microtransactions being a free game, it's not going to affect your gameplay at all. It's not going to affect your level of skill or how well you're going to perform. To close this wonderful video, and I'm so damn hyped, is the Halo Infinite first multiplayer, I guess, picture of multiplayer itself. I've broken down this picture, I guess, for 2 hours now, and this is what I found out. On the right hand side, you can see the grapple hook, and down the bottom, you can see the invisibility. Both armor pickups, basically like power weapons. Up the top, you can see an assault rifle on a weapon pad, so it means weapon pads are also returning. You can see a grav lift in the top left-hand corner, so I'm wondering with sprint, will slide thrusting be back? Aside from that, it really gives me a real PC shooter vibe to it. Halo for the modern age, if you want to call it that. But I'm so damn excited for this game. I really think it's all heading in the right direction. I've got so many ideas, I guess, for the grapple hook and different clips I can do. So let me know, guys, are you guys excited for Halo Infinite? What are you most excited about? Campaign, multiplayer? Are you happy with what has been shown today? Either way, there's so much to look forward to as a Halo fan next year. I cannot wait to, I guess, share this whole road and experience with you guys. The channel has been blowing up lately. We're almost at 35k subs as of making this video. Hell, we could even get 100k if it keeps up like this before Infinite releases. So thank you all so much for all the support. All these unique little clips I've been doing, I basically did as a kid. So being able to recreate them and show them with you guys and you love them so much really warms my heart. So thank you all so much for all the support. I'll keep on doing daily uploads and keep creating stuff that you guys love. And when we have gameplay and Halo Infinite news to share, you already know I'm going to make videos about it. So thank you all so much. Hopefully you guys all enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye guys.